Good morning on day 3. This is all the rest of the hikers getting ready for their trek for the day. Well, this is what we wake up to from our tea house every morning for the next, well, this morning and tomorrow. What a view is that? Amazing. Let's crack on then. Second good morning of the day. I just left the village of Badar. Quite crowded down there. It's thinned out now. I think most people today do an acclimatization day, which is what we're doing. And there are lots of different routes, different smaller mountains to go up and down, circular routes, straight up down routes. So although there was probably 60 or 70 people crowded down there, we pretty much have the path to ourselves. Just coming up to the Tenzing Norgay Heritage Centre, which we're going to have a look around. The weather's beautiful this morning. We're in a kind of an alpine forest, mainly pine trees and shrub. I think it's going to be like that most of the day and tomorrow before we leave the tree line. What does it say? Great start of the day. We're probably going to do about 5 hours, something like that today. Hope to get back for 2, so a restful afternoon. If you need anything, any supplies or anything, you can get them in Namche Bazaar. We had a look around last night and got a new hat that I lost yesterday, and new glasses which I'd left in Kathmandu. So hopefully nothing else goes awry. But this is a good start of the day. So we're just having a brief stop now at the Tenzing Norgay Visitor Centre, which I think is under construction. As you can see, we're surrounded by magnificent peaks. Just incredible. Apparently, the higher we get, obviously, the more mountains we're going to see. I've been into the sun there. It's a 360-degree vista. Absolutely brilliant. And Ram will tell us what the mountains are. Which ones are which?
That's Papuche and Everest, middle one Everest, Loste.
Well, Everest is the middle one, just sort of.
Middle one just apply.
That one there is Everest.
Yeah. And then Loste,
Lotse.
Peak 38, just
Yeah.
whitish here.
Yes.
Amadablam,
Amadablam's the peak, like a thumb. Like a thumb, yes.
Amadablam, and this Tamsirku,
Tamsilku.
and Kusumkang.
Right.
Yeah. This Kombe.
Convey around there.
Yeah, and Tengri Tower, that's last one.
What's it called?
Tengri Tower.
Right, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. And this one, Kumbila, Holy Mountain.
Oh, that's the holy mountain.
Yeah, holy peak.
Nobody's allowed to
Nobody
climb.
climbed, yeah, nobody climbed. Yeah.
Nobody ever climbed it?
No.
No.
Never climbed. Yeah.
Rama's kindly pointed out our next ascent. You can see those people climbing up there, that ridge, all the way up there. And then there's on the summit somewhere, there we are. There's a hotel. But that's not the hotel we're going to. The Everest view is a lot higher than that. So we've still got a long way to go. That's a heck of a climb, that. No running commentary. Very steep, very slow. Slowly, the only way to get to the summit. Just having a breather. We're a third of the way up, I think, or a third of the way up the steep bit. Must be almost 4,000 feet, I think. I'll have to check on that. That might be a load of rubbish. But we're coming close to the end of the tree line. You can see on the other side of the valley, the trees stop just above where we are, and the trees don't grow above 4,000 feet. So that's what I'm basing my theory on. When you stop, it takes you a good 2 minutes just to get your breath back. Just get your breathing down. You have to go really slowly, like really slowly. Here's some helicopters coming through. You can see how high we've come already. That's Namche Bazaar, where we overnighted. Not sure which one we were in. Almost up to the summit of today's walk, 3,870 metres. This last couple of quarter of an hour, 10 minutes or so, I think. It's around this headland. It's just amazing, absolutely amazing. Where we're heading. This little summit ahead. Maybe 10-15 minutes.
Sorry, mother?
Yes. What an epic place to have a cup of tea. Said we'd have it. Cheers.
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 That pressure's got some of your chocolate bars.
Well, it's exploded the packet.
Well, it hasn't exploded, it's standard chocolate bars, but
On the opposite, it just melts my chocolate. Both bars.
yeah, okay.
We're just descending by a different route to a different valley called, or with a village called Kumjung. I'm not sure whether the valley is called Kumjung or the village is called Kumjung. It's quite a flat area. Obviously lots of fields for growing. I guess that's not for growing crops, I think that's probably for grazing for the cattle and the yaks and horses that work all day. They do seem to get fed well and seem to be well looked after, which is quite nice to hear. We've descended for about half an hour now, so we've probably got about another hour. So obviously the descent is a lot quicker than the ascent. Before we get back for lunch about 2 o'clock-ish. See what that is. This is how they dry the yak poo. Not allowed to cut any forestry down, so there's no wood for fire, so they dry the yak poos in the sun and burn them on the night. That's why there's a strange smell in the tea houses, apparently. Okay, so it turns out I was wrong. We haven't gone straight down, we've taken a side route to a monastery. Can take film inside. I've asked for permission. Inside here. Wow, that's amazing. right. Another room upstairs for prayer. More books. Okay, we're just entering the village square. People here at the moment, I think they're all out tending the cattle or working in the fields. Still the stunning mountains. This is the Sir Edmund Hillary School. There's no children here at the moment. It's quite good actually. Nice pitch, not a lot of grass. No VAR. We're now crossing what used to be Namche Bazaar Airport or runway, but abandoned now because it was deemed too dangerous. Mountains, and they've got a lot of cloud, which gives it a different dimension. The sun's still on the peaks. In fact, they're accentuating the snow, I think. That's brilliant. Wow. I think I'm going to use that word a lot. Wow, brilliant, amazing, stunning, gobsmacking. As the saying goes, what goes up inevitably must go down. We're on our last descent now back into Namche Bazaar. This has been quite steep, but not as steep going down as that ascent. It was quite tricky, quite tiring. Had a more circuitous route to come down. Today has been brilliant. Unlike the first 2 days, which were great. We're all in the valley, beautiful woodlands, beautiful waterfalls, rivers, that type of thing. Today would be more up on a plateau, different side valleys. The scenery from a mountain perspective has been absolutely amazing. So some huge mountains. I mean, they're surrounding us now. You kind of get a bit blasé about it. They are just beautiful. Still got a bit of descent to go. Probably been going about 5 hours, so that was about the plan. And a good acclimatization day. So we went up to about 3,750 feet today. Now we go back down to Namche Bazaar, sleep in the same tea house. Tomorrow we go to Tengboche, which is the same height as today, 3,760-ish. We should be more used to the elevation by then than the thin air. Although I've had a headache pretty much all day. Hoping it goes as we get down. That's day 3.